Air is your script arranged neatly into clear paragraphs while keeping the content the same and in simple English. If I told you there were two very simple words that could completely change the way women see you, would you believe me? These are not magic phrases or secret tricks, but when they are spoken with real confidence and honest intention, they have the power to shift everything. Stay with me for a moment and I will explain exactly how to use them in a way that feels natural, grounded, and strong. Imagine for a second that your words alone could change how a woman views you. Words that are basic, familiar, yet powerful enough to leave a deep impression long after the conversation ends. Now think about this. Most men overlook these words not because they are hard to understand or complicated, but because they never realized how much influence they truly have. Today, I am going to break it down in a clear and simple way. We are talking about a small phrase that, when used correctly, instantly separates you from almost every other man she interacts with. This is not about clever lines, tactics, or pretending to be someone you are not. It is about adopting a mindset that naturally draws women in because it shows strength without force. These two words carry a special kind of power. Not the kind that pressures, manipulates, or crosses boundaries, but the kind that creates respect, curiosity, and real admiration. The best part is that these words are already part of your daily language. You have said them many times before. The difference is that you probably have not used them with purpose. That is exactly what this is about. Learning how to use what you already know in a way that changes how you show up. Before we go any further, take a moment to think about how often you hold back from expressing what you truly want. Not just with women, but in everyday life. That hesitation shows up in small ways, and those small moments shape how people experience you. What we are focusing on here is clarity, clear thoughts, clear communication, and clear presence. When these things come together, your confidence becomes visible without you needing to prove anything. Let us start by looking at where most men slip up. Picture yourself in a conversation with a woman. She asks what you want to do, where you want to go, or what you prefer. Instead of answering directly, you say something like, "Whatever you want," or "I am fine with anything." On the surface, it sounds polite and easygoing, but underneath that response is uncertainty, and uncertainty quietly weakens attraction. When you avoid making decisions or stating preferences, you communicate a lack of confidence without saying a word. Women are naturally drawn to men who know what they want and are not afraid to express it. Another common mistake is being overly agreeable. Always putting her preferences ahead of your own may seem thoughtful, but over time it creates imbalance. It can come across as trying too hard, as if you are afraid to stand on your own ground. That energy often feels needy, even if your intentions are good, and neediness quickly drains attraction. By being too flexible or too unsure, you unintentionally reduce your presence. Instead of being seen as confident and grounded, you fade into the background. You become forgettable. The good news is that this is not a personality flaw. It is simply a communication habit, and habits can be changed. Once you understand what to shift, the difference can be immediate. At the core of all this are two simple words that can completely change how women respond to you. Those words are "I want." At first, they sound ordinary, almost too basic to matter, but spoken with purpose, they carry far more weight than you might expect. "I want" is not just a phrase. It is a declaration of intention. It shows awareness of your desires and the confidence to express them openly. This level of clarity is attractive because it reflects decisiveness. In a world where many people hesitate, overthink, or hide what they truly feel, decisiveness stands out. When you say "I want," you remove guesswork. You stop forcing the other person to read between the lines. You clearly express what is on your mind in a way that is bold yet respectful. This is not about demanding or controlling outcomes. It is about being comfortable with yourself and your choices. When a woman hears "I want," she feels direction. She senses certainty. It signals confidence, purpose, and self-awareness. It shows that you know what you are looking for and that you are willing to take initiative. The impact does not come only from the words themselves, but from the calm energy behind them. The steadiness, the honesty, and the lack of hesitation create a powerful emotional response. You might wonder how something so simple can have such a strong effect. The reason is that most people are afraid of clarity. They second guess themselves. They worry about saying the wrong thing. So when someone speaks with intention, it immediately feels different. It feels solid. But understanding the words is only the first step. The real change happens when you start using them naturally in everyday situations. Think about asking someone out. Instead of saying something uncertain like, "If you want, maybe we could hang out sometime," imagine calmly saying, "I want to take you to dinner this Friday." The difference is clear. The second option is confident and intentional. It shows that you have made a decision instead of leaving everything open-ended. It creates structure without pressure. Now think about building interest instead of hiding behind vague hints or waiting endlessly for the perfect moment. You express yourself directly and respectfully. For example, "I want to get to know you better. How about we grab coffee this week?" This kind of communication removes confusion. It feels honest and grounded. Women appreciate this because it removes guessing games and creates a sense of safety and respect. This approach also applies within relationships. Whether you are just starting something new or already in a committed situation, "I want" helps you express your feelings clearly. Instead of saying "whatever you want is fine," you might say, "I want to spend more time with you this weekend. Let us plan something together." This shows initiative and real interest. It creates balance by allowing you to bring ideas and direction into the dynamic. Tone matters just as much as words. When you say "I want," your voice should be calm and steady. Confidence does not need volume or force. It comes from clarity. And if she has a different preference or cannot commit to your suggestion, do not react defensively. You can simply say "no problem. What works better for you?" That response shows emotional maturity and flexibility without giving up your sense of direction. This is where you truly stand out. You are not rigid, but you are not passive either. You know what you want, and you are open to collaboration. That balance is rare. You can use "I want" in meaningful moments and small daily decisions. Over time, it becomes part of how you communicate. And as it becomes natural, people respond to you differently. They experience you as someone who is honest, self-aware, and confident. Here is the deeper point to understand. "I want" is not about getting your way. It is about expressing yourself with intention. It is about building connection through clarity. When you communicate this way, you naturally attract more respect, more interest, and more attention. More importantly, you begin to trust your own voice. That inner confidence changes how you carry yourself everywhere. There is, however, an important distinction to keep in mind. Confidence can easily be mistaken for arrogance if it is delivered poorly. Arrogance ignores the other person. Confidence includes them. The difference lies in your intention and your attitude. Knowing what you want does not mean forcing it. It means expressing it while staying open and respectful. For example, saying "I want us to go out this weekend" can feel very different depending on how it is delivered. Said with pressure, it feels demanding. Said with calm warmth, it feels inviting. That balance is what matters. Firm but relaxed, clear but considerate. If she suggests a different time or says she is busy, you stay grounded and respond with ease. That response reinforces your confidence instead of weakening it. When you communicate with clarity and openness at the same time, something powerful happens. Women feel respected, safe, and drawn in all at once. This combination creates trust and attraction without effort. The more you practice this style of communication, the more natural it becomes. And the more natural it becomes, the more it reshapes how people experience you in every interaction. As this becomes a habit, your presence naturally grows stronger. When you consistently choose clarity over hesitation, something important shifts inside you as well. You stop making yourself smaller. You stop holding your thoughts back. You stop waiting for approval before you speak. Instead, you begin to trust your instincts. You learn that your desires matter and that expressing them is healthy, not selfish. This shift affects every area of your life, not just your dating life. At work, you speak up more clearly. With friends, you share your opinions without fear. In relationships, you communicate your needs without guilt. That kind of self-respect is magnetic. People feel it the moment you walk into a room. Your energy changes, your posture changes, even your eye contact becomes stronger because you are no longer hiding parts of yourself. Over time, women start to experience you differently. They feel your presence more. They listen more closely to what you say. They sense that you are comfortable in your own skin, and that comfort creates attraction without you trying. You are no longer chasing approval. You are simply showing up as you are, and that authenticity is rare. Most people are stuck trying to please others or avoid conflict. When you express what you want with calm confidence, you stand out naturally. Remember, these two words are not a trick. They are a tool for honest communication. They help you show up fully instead of halfway. They help you lead conversations instead of hiding inside them. And the more you use them, the more you realize how powerful simple clarity can be. You do not need fancy lines. You do not need to impress. You only need to be real, direct, and grounded. So the next time you feel the urge to say whatever you want, pause for a second. Ask yourself what you truly want. Then say it calmly, say it clearly, say it with respect. Watch how the energy shifts. Watch how people respond differently. And most importantly, notice how you feel inside. Stronger, more centered, more confident. That is the real change. That is the power of two simple words used with intention or act. And when a man no longer waits for permission to speak, decide, or move forward, every part of his love life starts to improve in a natural way. Women notice this shift almost immediately. They feel it without needing any explanation. They sense the new confidence, the clear direction, and the calm inner strength that now comes through your words and actions. It is not something forced, it is something felt. So begin using these two words with real intention. Use them gently, honestly, and in a relaxed way, and observe how people slowly start responding to you with more curiosity and more respect. The phrase itself is simple and almost ordinary, but the internal change it creates is very powerful. That inner change alone can transform the way you connect with women and how they experience you over time. This approach shows that you respect her choices while keeping your own confidence steady and strong. Using I want is not only about saying what you prefer, it also gives the other person space to keep their dignity while you remain honest and direct. This style of communication invites openness instead of resistance. It naturally encourages her to respond with the same level of clarity and sincerity. This is not just attractive on the surface. It becomes the base for a connection built on mutual respect, emotional safety, and real understanding. Another key thing to remember is that your tone shapes the entire mood of the interaction. A warm, calm, and steady tone will always feel better than something rushed, tense, or impatient. The goal is to communicate that you are self-assured, not controlling. Confidence becomes attractive because it feels grounded and safe, not because it tries to overpower someone else. True confidence leaves space for both people to exist comfortably and freely. Always keep in mind that saying I want is simply about expressing your preferences clearly. It shows that you are intentional and thoughtful. It shows that you can make decisions without becoming rigid or inflexible. By applying this mindset, you are not only making your intentions known, but you are also opening the door to deeper and more honest conversations. This is how real communication begins to grow and strengthen over time. The core idea is simple. Real confidence does not mean ignoring the needs or feelings of someone else. It means honoring both your desires and hers at the same time. When you find that balance, you do not just stand out. You create connections that feel stronger, more genuine, and more emotionally secure for both people involved. That balance is what separates surface level attraction from something meaningful and lasting. Now it is time to take this into your everyday life. Challenge yourself to start using the phrase I want at least 5 times a day for the next week. It may sound small, but the impact is much bigger than you expect. This is not about saying it randomly or without thought. Use it with purpose. Whether you are making plans with friends, talking to women, or handling daily situations, let I want express your desires calmly and clearly. When you do this, you will quickly notice how this small adjustment changes the way people respond to you. In the beginning, it might feel a little uncomfortable or unfamiliar. That is completely normal. Growth often feels awkward at first. This is not about being perfect. It is about practicing clarity, decisiveness, and confidence in your communication. The more you do it, the more natural it becomes. Over time, you will see that people start treating you differently. You will receive more respect. You will be seen as someone who knows what they want and is not afraid to express it. Women in particular tend to find this kind of clarity and self-belief very attractive. You will no longer be the person who quietly waits for approval. You become the one who takes initiative and moves things forward. That shift alone changes everything in your social life and relationships. It is not just about the words themselves. It is about adopting a new mindset. When you use I want consistently, you begin to feel more empowered in every area of life. In social settings, at work, and in relationships, people naturally respond to your confidence and direction. They feel your presence without you needing to announce it. Your energy changes, your posture changes, your tone changes, and people pick up on all of it. So return to the challenge. For the next 7 days, use I want at least 5 times each day. Notice how it feels in your body. Observe how others react to you. You will soon understand how something so small can create such a noticeable difference in how you carry yourself and how others see you. By the end of the week, you will likely feel more grounded and more in control of your interactions. Once you experience that inner shift, you will clearly see why this approach works so well. Start today. Apply it. Watch the changes unfold in real time. Pay attention to the small wins. Pay attention to how people listen more closely. Pay attention to how your words carry more weight. These are signs that your confidence is growing. Now let us bring everything together. The 2 words we focused on, I want, are a complete game changer in how you present yourself. They communicate confidence, clarity, and decisiveness all at once. These are not random words. They reflect who you are and what you stand for. They show that you are not afraid to pursue what you desire and that you are strong enough to lead without hesitation. This is not about being selfish or ignoring others. It is about being direct, steady, and self-assured in how you move through the world. The real power of using I want is that it does not just help you express preferences. It creates room for honest dialogue and mutual respect. As you practice this, you will notice a clear shift in how people engage with you. Conversations become smoother. Interactions feel more balanced. Respect becomes natural instead of forced. What truly matters now is action. Do not finish reading this and let it fade away. Start applying it in your daily conversations. Use I want when making plans, when stating your needs, and when speaking with people who matter to you. Pay close attention to how it improves the quality of your interactions. You already have everything you need to make a strong impression. The next step is completely yours. Use I want at least 5 times a day for the next week. Pay attention to the changes. Notice the shift in tone, the increase in respect, and the growth in your own confidence. You will feel the difference clearly as you continue practicing. Expressing your desires will feel more natural and more powerful with each passing day. You will stop doubting yourself. You will stop waiting for the right moment. You will start creating the right moment. This is how leaders think. This is how confident men move through life. They do not ask for permission to exist. They do not shrink their needs to make others comfortable. They express themselves with calm certainty. When you say, I want, you are not demanding. You are declaring. You are stating your truth. You are showing that you trust yourself. That trust becomes visible to everyone around you. People respect those who respect themselves. Over time, this simple habit will change how you see yourself. You will feel stronger inside. You will feel more aligned with who you really are. That inner strength becomes your foundation. It shows in your walk. It shows in your voice. It shows in your eye contact. Women are drawn to men who are comfortable in their own skin. Men who know what they want without apology. Men who are calm and grounded. Using I want helps you step into that version of yourself. So commit to this practice. Make it part of your daily routine. Let it become second nature. You do not need to force it. Just be aware. Speak clearly. Be honest. Stay relaxed. As days pass, you will notice how your confidence builds naturally. You will feel more in control of your choices. You will feel less afraid of being judged. You will trust yourself more. This is not magic. It is mindset. It is consistency. It is practice. Small changes done daily create big results over time. So start now. Use I want today. Use it tomorrow. Use it every day. Watch how your world slowly shifts. Watch how people respond differently. Watch how your self-respect grows.